Yo, what up everybody, it's DL Stewart, and today I am back with another writing tag. Today I am doing the author tag. There's 10 questions, which are all down in the description if y'all want to go check that out or want to do this at some point. I do not know where I found this. I just kind of see them and snatch them and put them on my computer for later. I don't remember where I found this, and I don't know who made this, so sorry. But yeah, I figured I'd go ahead and do this. You know, it's something I like doing. I like doing tags, so I'm doing a tag. Yeah. Question number 1. Where is your favorite place to write? The only place I write is in my house. I typically just write on the couch in the living room or at my desk in my bedroom. It depends what I'm actually doing. Usually it's couch in the living room. I guess that would be my favorite place to write. That's where I usually just write. It's a lot of distractions from the kids, the TV, and everything else, but you know, I'm a parent and I've gotten used to it, so it's just where I write. So yeah. Number 2, coffee or tea? I prefer tea. I love my sweet tea, especially with a slice of lemon in it. If I go to a restaurant and get sweet tea, I want that little lemon slice, put it in there, stir it up. Or actually I kind of squeeze it a little bit, get the juice out and then stir it. I love it. I do drink coffee from time to time. Not that often. Actually, I couldn't tell you when the last time I had coffee was, to be truthful. I do drink like cappuccinos and frappuccinos and some stuff like that. Every so often I'll go and get stuff like that from McDonald's. But actual just coffee, I don't drink that often. The last time I had it would have probably been 3-4 years ago, if I had to guess. Just because, you know, I'm not that big fan of it. No, I just don't like that hotness. The taste of it I'm alright with, but just how hot it is, no. And then once it starts cooling off, if it gets too far, it just don't taste that good. I do prefer my coffee black. I know my wife just puts a ton of sugar in it and creamer. No, I don't like that. I'm drunk after her, so I'm like, no. I can do it, but no. I like mine black. Mostly when I drink coffee is when we go to like the football games, like at the high school or whatever. It starts getting cold. I'll go and get a coffee and drink it at the game, and that's about it. Every so often, I will have like my aunts and uncles come up for like Thanksgiving or Christmas or something, and they drink coffee a lot. And if it's already made and there's a big picture, I might get thin. But here lately, I haven't. So yeah. Number 3, favorite book of all time. I don't know. I hate doing favorites because it changes so much. It just kind of depends what mood I am. So I don't know if it'd be my favorite book of all time. But the first book that I read that I like really remember that like stuck with me, I would say would be Desperation by Stephen King. I love that book. I haven't read it in years. And now that I write, you know, reading a book like with a different mindset, you know, I don't know if I would like it as much, couldn't tell you, but I do like Stephen King. I do like his writing and stuff, and Desperation it wasn't the first book I read by him, but it's one of the first ones that I read that just really stuck with me. So yeah, I would say that. Number 4, NaNo, yes or no? I've done NaNo before, yes. Am I doing it this year? Nope. Yeah. I like the concept and, you know, the accountability almost, you know, you do this and you're like, oh, well, people know I'm participating in it. That means I need to work on it and this and that. But for me, I work on my writing a lot anyways. I haven't done it as heavily this year as I have in the past, you know, like constant, just just because I've had other things kind of going on and I've been working on more projects at one time than usual. Usually I have a lot of projects going, but I usually just heavily work on METAGORE And then whenever I kind of start getting burnt out on it a little bit, I would kind of switch to Gift of a Child or something, then go back a couple days later to my METAGORE series. Or if I start getting burnt out on it, I might switch to one of my other numerous projects, work on it for like a day or two, then go back to my METAGORE series. But this year, when I do that, I've got the Gift of a Child, the first draft completely done. I took a whole month off for that for Camp NaNo in April. I worked a little bit on the Ballard Child. I got the outline done and some other stuff. I've kind of played around with some of my other projects as well. Not to mention my memoir. I've worked on it more heavily this year, end of last year, beginning of this year and stuff, and throughout the summer. I've worked on that off and on, as well as I've been writing a script, like screenplay, for like a promotional video for my memoir. So that's took a lot of my time. And then I've got some other side projects that aren't writing or book related that I've been working on as well. So I've just been kind of all over the place this year. So I haven't sat down and done as much. I've got the first draft done of it. I sent it out to alphas, kind of took some time off. And then I just haven't really got into the second draft too much. I've got several chapters done. But I just haven't really, sat down and just like, this is what I'm doing every day. I kind of got out of the habits. I used to do live streams all the time. For a while I was doing them daily, maybe even a couple times a day. I'd be doing on all kinds of different people's channels. And I just kind of, with my wife's work schedule and stuff, I just wasn't able to continue with the kids being at school or this or that, or not at school, or whatever. I couldn't do that as often as I would like. So I couldn't join them that much. I started doing them some other people, and some of them kind of stopped for different reasons, or slow down a lot for different reasons. I kind of quit doing mine because of scheduling. My wife started working those hours and this and that. So I just haven't done as many live streams to continuously work on it. And then during the day, like I said, I've just had all kinds of different projects. So yeah, I don't look at NaNo as like, I like it because it does have that accountability. I don't like it for the fact it's like, oh, this is like the 1 month of the year that every writer's like, oh, I'm going to write, and then kind of quits the rest of the time. I feel like you should write, like that anyways, and I usually do. It just hasn't happened this year. Number 5, what genre would you write if you had no restrictions? Same thing I write now. I don't really know why I would have restrictions. I like fantasy, so I write fantasy. There's other genres that I would like to write that's not fantasy, and I plan on writing them at some point. My memoir, Left But Not Forgotten, which is like an adult action drama type ordeal. Blood games, just different stuff like that. I like adult content type stories. I don't like the restriction of having to tone it down. I don't think a lot of my stories are, even though they might be adult books, they're not, too heavily. My METAGORE series doesn't have that much cursing in it. I don't do like sex scenes or anything like that, so any kind of erotica or whatever. Violence, yeah, I do. Left But Not Forgotten will have quite a bit language, but that's something I'm not going to do for a while. And then my memoir will probably have quite a bit of language and sexual content, as in, dialogue, speak, and stuff like that. And it will have a little bit of, narrative that kind of goes into it, but still no explicit stuff, but it's still adult. So I don't really have any restrictions like that. I'm going to write whatever I want to write, type ordeal. I'm self-published, so that's one of the freedoms I get to have. I get to write whatever. So what genre I would write if I had no restrictions is what I write now, because I have no restrictions. So yeah. Number 6, if you could have any superpower, what would it be? I would love to be able to stop time, just pause time. I know a lot of people's like, I want to fly, I want to do this, I want to do that. No. I do have dreams a lot where I fly or levitate, and it's cool. I like that. So that would be kind of cool to do. But one power, I would say, to stop time, because it feels like the day goes by too fast, time goes by too fast. I would rather just like, you know what? Nope, stop. I'm gonna go take like a 5-hour nap, wake up, and it's gonna be like, a half second past type ordeal. I would be able to get as much accomplished as I would like. Because like I said, I've got all kinds of stories. Because I know I have like at least 20 something stories I want to write. I have all these side projects I want to do. I want to do an addition on the back of my house. I want to redo our bathroom in the hall. I wouldn't mind redoing our bathroom in our bedroom right now. I'm doing blueprints at the moment for somebody. I'm just all over the place. Writing the script, this and that, blah, blah. I would just like to be able to just, pause time, do everything I want to do, and still have time to relax and enjoy my day. Type ordeal. Number 7, who is your favorite author? I would just go with Stephen King. That's one of the earlier authors I had read that I actually like. I am very picky with reading. If it doesn't catch my attention, I don't read it. I'm like that. I'll read a page and then put it down and DNF something real fast if it didn't catch my attention. I'm a slow reader, so it has to catch my attention. I'm not going to waste my time reading something slowly if I don't like it. So Stephen King for me, was someone that I found at a young age that I read, and I was like, I was kind of captivated by his writing, whatever, because it feeds into my darker side. Y'all know I got, so it's like, yeah, I like this type ordeal. So I would say Stephen King. Number 8, what music do you listen to when you write? When I was doing those streams, I didn't listen to any music because, I can't. I usually don't listen to music with lyrics. It's usually just the instrumentals and stuff. And then I find different playlists on YouTube of like epic fight music or the sad piano, violin music or whatever. I always listen to music that's one extreme or the other. I don't listen to just kind of mellow music or whatever. It's always very hard, aggressive guitars and all this stuff. Or it's very sad and depressing. I don't like calm, mellow stuff. That's the kind of stuff I usually listen to. Number 9, if you could live anywhere, where would it be? I don't know. There's a couple places I wouldn't mind living, but I don't think it would be really wanting to live there. It'd be more, I wouldn't mind visiting. When I was little, I was really captivated by like Australia and stuff. Always wanted a Tasmanian devil as a pet. I love those things. I always wanted to go visit there. Go to Miami and stuff like that, to the beach. Go to California to the beaches and stuff. I wouldn't mind visiting those places. I don't know if I'd actually want to live there. I had a cousin that lives in Las Vegas, or just outside Las Vegas. And I wouldn't mind going and visit him there. I wouldn't mind going and visit Vegas, but living there, no. So I don't know. I would say I'm just somewhere around here. This is what I'm used to, I can't do much heat anymore after my heat stroke, so I don't want to go anywhere, really hot and sunny. I used to, like Hawaii and Bahamas and stuff like that, but I feel like that'd be kind of pushing it at times, especially in the summer. I don't know how it is all the time. I've never been there, but if it stayed in like the 70s, low 80s, maybe. But no, I don't know. Even then, it would be going to a completely new place. I know I'm probably over analyzing all this, but still, to be truthful, I don't know. I would say just around here. I wouldn't mind living out more in the country. I live in town. I live on the outer edge of town. It's not downtown or anything, but I would rather live out in the country if I could. At some point, me and my wife are looking into buying a patch of land, having a house built or whatever, and that will be out in the country. But for the time being, we're inside town. This one of the houses we found when we was looking for a place to live, and it was really cheap when we got it for a deal, and you know, the kids are going to school, and I didn't want to have to move around a lot while the kids are growing up or whatever in school, so we're going to be here for a while. But I would like to live out in the country with nobody around. You know, I hate listening to our neighbors just rev their engines and drive up and down the road with their radio just blasting and stuff. So yeah. And the last one, number 10, what do you do when you get writer's block? I don't get writer's block. I don't believe in it. I do get burnt out at times, which I think is the case for most people when they say they got writer's block. They're just burnt out. They've tried to write too much. They are overanalyzing things. They're stressing about trying to get this just perfect. It's not really being blocked, or just their mind is just fried at that point. And I do that. And it's usually if I write too much, too heavily on one thing, I start kind of getting burnt out with that style, with those characters, with that story. So what I will do is usually just kind of switch to a different one. Like I talked about, usually I write on my METAGORE series, and in the past when I kind of start getting burnt out on that, I would just kind of switch and work on the Gift of a Child for a little bit. It's still kind of fantasy, it's still in the same world. It's a different location, different story, different tone. And that's usually enough, just kind of change up some of that to get my mind, you know, working again. And I'd work on that for like a day or two, and then I would go back to my METAGORE, and that would have been enough of a break. Or if I get kind of burnt out on my METAGORE series and I'm not really feeling the Gift of the Child at that point, I would work on a memoir or something else that's not fantasy, and then that would be enough of a break. But to actually say it's writer's block, I don't believe that. You know, I could write, I could get stuff down. Even if I stayed with those, it was just like, it felt like it was dragging out. It wasn't like, I don't know what to write. It's just like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's going to be really slow, not get that much words per minute. So, yeah, I would just say I get burnt out and not necessarily writer's block. But if you do get writer's block, I would suggest just keep writing. Do like what I said I do. I just kind of switch projects and kind of see if that works, if that's actually what's going on, if you're just kind of burnt out. Your mind's too fried to think of stuff, so it might feel like writer's block's like, I don't know what to write, because your mind's just fried. You know, try to switch it up, write something else. I know a lot of people do those little improv type writing prompts. Can't think of what it's called. Do writing prompts or whatever, daily, or you know, every couple of days or something, where you kind of switch up your usual routine and what you're usually writing and write something completely different. That way it kind of refreshes your mind and stuff, and you can write more that way. But yeah, that is it. I hope y'all enjoyed it. That was the author tag. Very unique name. I like it. Yeah, but I hope y'all enjoyed it. All my links are down below. My debut novel about for METAGORE is available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Audible, iTunes, all that stuff, and paperback, ebook, and audiobook. So go check that. Links down below. All my social media links down below. All that fun stuff. Then it is 2:45 in the morning, so I'm about to go to bed. Peace out. Yelly. Everybody. Love everybody.